next guest, she's moving. She's doing some really neat stuff right now. I want to make sure that I get her intro correct because she is some neat stuff happening for her. Shannon Spring is a comedic psychic medium and animal communicator. A psychic animal communicator. How about that? She's the author of a new book. It's called Open Mic for Animals. Evidential fairy tales. Just go to justhumorme.com and shannonspring.com for all the info. Here's Shannon Spring.
Hey everybody, thanks Scott. I was looking at Scott looking at my notes and he looked a little scared because my set ends with a giant group orgasm. So, and I totally do mean that. I really don't know what's going to come out of my mouth. I am a lot more careful about what goes in my mouth than what comes out of it, so we'll see what happens. But I decided to come up and tell jokes to all of you tonight because it is a lot cheaper than therapy. So I hope that you will all serve as my temporary therapist and also my pimps, because a lot like the comedian last night, I was up very, very late last night not having sex. I also have a little cock blocker in my house, and his name is Mayor Puppy Pants. He was the first dog mayor of St. Petersburg at one time, and I have called him the boss man a little too many times that now he has decided to get actively involved in my sex life. And while Todd was mounting me, I looked up to see Mayor Puppy Pants actively humping Todd's leg while making eye contact with me. And I realized two things. My dog and I both agreed that Todd was not bone-worthy and that we should never, ever speak of this menage a trois again. So I may not look like it, but I just got out of jail. Yeah, I know. It was 30 days of hard time for multiple crimes. It was Facebook jail. But it did change me. 30 days of no cat memes is no joke, no joke. I used to always wear tight clothes and stilettos, and then I stopped for a long time when I discovered the joys of breathing and walking. But I did dress up for you people tonight, and I am wearing my one and only good pair of underwear left. It is a shame you can't see it, because Mayor Puppy Pants has decrotched all of only the good underwear. The ugly underwear, untouched. The good expensive underwear, it's done. And I don't know whether that's a suggestion for me to go commando and just let it all out, or never to have sex again, which I'm working pretty hard on. No pun intended. I had actually really hoped to tell you guys a rock star joke about a 6'6" Hungarian man that I was really hoping was gonna break my vagina. But somehow I ended up cock blocking myself. This guy was actually painting my house. He was the contractor at my house, and I highly do recommend trying to get sex that conveniently when it is so offered to you by the good Lord above. And I was on the phone with another psychic medium friend of mine, and I trade readings with friends back and forth. And I did not realize that my Bluetooth speaker was on. And I was actually broadcasting about my first date with the contractor the night before. And all of my neighbors who already hate me and tell me to find Jesus heard the entire conversation as well. So you did hear it correctly. I am a psychic medium, I am an animal communicator, and I am the real deal. I like to joke that I eat skeptics for protein. It's one of those things where everybody either says, oh my gosh, that's so cool, tell me more about what you do. Or they say, oh hey, yeah, no, that's crazy, right? That crazy. Anyway, that's my fun. This is my good time waiting to happen, is getting to prove that what I do is very real. So I just turned 50 years old. And yeah, well, you know, it was kind of a bummer at first because I was starting to feel really old, but then I cheered myself up when I realized these are newborns. I do have a lot of issues, you guys. I'm not going to lie to you. That's what keeps me in business as a comedian and even as a psychic medium. We're energy readers, comedians and mediums. So I have so many mommy issues that Freud himself is jerking off at the idea of reincarnating as my therapist. And I have so many daddy issues that I have slept with like the whole military now, and now I just thank myself for my service. Thank you. Yes. You are welcome for serving the country very wholeheartedly. Any fans in the audience that have seen my private quarters? So, but on the good news front, trying to resolve my issues, I did get sober. And, okay, there we go. Thought I was about to get booed for that. But I have been sober for about 13 years. It was one of the hardest things I ever did. But I am much happier for it, except for one thing. Sobriety comes with a very serious side effect that people don't talk about. And it's called standards. And having standards has turned my bedroom from a revolving door of sexcapades into a monastery. Because I traded in my beer goggles for laser clear flaw detectors. And I don't like to waste my time or waste anybody else's time, so now I have 3 qualifying questions about whether or not I'm gonna go out with someone or, bring him into my bedroom. And the first question is, can I get on your health insurance plan? Here's hoping. And the second question is, have you ever posted revenge porn? And the third question is, did you get your dog from a rescue or buy it from a breeder? And if he answers that he got his dog from a breeder, I can't fuck him, but I can shoot him. Thank you, rescue people in the crowd. Yes, because getting sober and having standards sometimes does lead to jail time. So I really love a guy who's great at doggy style. A guy who can, get behind the fact that I have 4 dogs and he's gonna sleep on the floor. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Everybody knows what doggy style is, but what's cat style? Passive aggressively trying to not make each other come? Cat style for self-loathing people who like it feral. So I did ask you to serve as my pimps earlier, so when you're looking for a guy for me, please keep in mind a few things. I need him to be cute, I need him to be successful, and I really like a guy who is great at oral. Why are so many guys bad at oral? I mean, how hard is it to open your mouth, use your tongue, and make stimulating conversation? The last guy that I dated, Jim, he was great with dirty talk. I mean, fantastic. Jim was like if Duolingo had porn star mode. Jim was fluent in filth, but that's all he spoke. Porn Jim was Duolingo's free trial, and breakfast conversation Jim was $9.99. And for that, you would get, "You want a hot sausage in your Cinnabons, girl?" It's like, damn it, Jim, that's still porn. But I am hungry, so I will take the horny Cinna sausage. So it is very difficult being a comedian and a pet psychic trying to meet guys because they have a really deep fear that I'm gonna make fun of them and read their minds and their dog's mind. And they're right. But it's not my fault if Butterball tells me Todd's passwords, Todd's credit score, and Butterball and I team up and Todd ends up getting neutered. So my sex life has been pretty quiet lately. Whoa, I don't know where the lady just slipped in there. That's, God no. Let's make this very clear. Definitely looking for a man, but my sex life has been a little quiet lately, which has made me wonder, like, am I even good in bed? Am I not as good as I think I am? It's made my confidence kind of plummet. So I was hoping maybe as, my therapist, that in a second here, you could all scream out, yes, like I have just given you the biggest orgasm of your life. Could you do that for me? Yeah. Thank you so much. It was great for me too.
Shannon Sprague. Yeah. Woo. That was quite a show, wasn't it, huh? I'd